I can't reach it. Back again. We're back.
Yeah.
They back stack the M's. What's going on, Day?
Nothing chilling. What's going on, Gunner?
You looking like you're giving this preppy schoolboy, like you about to go ride on Logan's yacht, you know, in the vineyard.
Yes,
of
one of my
summertime.
girls, she told me she was tired of the hoodie, so I had to.
Not one of the viewers said you gotta.
She said, "The hoodies are rest, sis. Put the hoodies up." I said, "You know what? I'm going to change it up for you, boo. So this for you, sis. You know who you is."
Ting 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 ting. Well, y'all, I'm That's Kyron.
And I am that boy Day.
And you are listening to Heard Radio, where we are hearing everyone and realizing differences
while creating a safe place for Black and queer people.
And that is what we gonna talk about.
Mm-hmm.
So, Dave, what's been going on? What's been going
on? I thought I was prepared this week. Not prepared again.
What's been going on with Mr. Cove? It's funny because me and Dave talked about last night. He was telling me about Mr. Cove. And I can't say too much here on this Beyonce's internet for the people. But y'all, Mr. Cuff is really giving us Big Pappy.
No. Okay, my man is not that old.
He old.
Let's not disclose.
It's older from what I would usually go for.
I'm looking for a 401k, okay?
Pension check.
Take that out.
That's right.
Nothing. We've been chilling, He's been on my good side lately, so.
Amen.
Yeah, I think
praise God for
this might be something. It just might. But still gotta take baby steps because niggas change every motherfucking day.
They do. Heavy on the niggas change every day. One moment they want you, next moment they ignoring you.
What the fuck is going? See, damn, I forgot to call you back last night because my best friend, she needed some help with her college shit, so I had to help her. But we didn't make up a nickname for who.
Oh, I thought about that. Before we sat down and we hit record, I used the bathroom. His name gonna be CB Bay.
Okay.
CB Bay. That doesn't give it away because the name I had before was a dead giveaway.
When recording in progress cuts, I need to know the meaning behind the name. I need to know.
But yeah, it's CB Bay. But like I said, I don't know. I have not talked to CB Bay in 47 hours. So,
did you have another dream?
No, I didn't have another dream. Okay, man, praise God. Praise God.
Praise God.
For not another dream, because that dream had me shaking in my boots.
Lord, I was like, oh, child.
You said,
crazy.
You said, when I told you, said, I said, I know, right? But yeah, that's what's been going on. So y'all, we about to get into our first segment of the show. Our first segment of the show is Young and Getting It. We are just young and we are getting it. And this week, what's this week? This week has been cool.
December.
It's December now. We are in December. Time to deck the halls with fa la 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 la. I've been cool this week. I did have to cuss somebody out on Thanksgiving dinner. Yeah.
The group chat?
No, not the group chat. Somebody
which I was texting in the group chat because you wasn't me informed.
Yeah, what we was talking about in the group chat.
I didn't get informed.
I'm gonna tell you after we get up here, but it was basically like some ignorance being spewed. And one thing about me, you can try X, Y, Z, the cat, the dog, the mama, your baby daddy, sister, cousin, girlfriend. Well, let me tell you something. I'm unsunnable. You are not ever in your life on this year of our Lord Jesus Christ, our Savior, ever cross my name off in your damn book. I'm gonna burn a hole in your book.
Talk about it.
You will never ever get to say that you cleared Kyron Morgan in the years of you breathing with life in your breath, in your lungs. Ever say that you cleared Kyron Morgan. Like I said, I'm gonna make sure I'm gonna burn a hole in this book. You ain't gonna cross his name off your list. And I did exactly that. The check has been cleared. Tink, 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 tink,
tink. Yeah.
But I'm gonna tell you when we get off here. But I've been cool this week. It's been a lot going on, some family stuff, personal stuff. But I talked to Miss Tashi Poo yesterday. Y'all know we shout out to Tashi Poo. I'm about to email Better Health so we can get a sponsorship because we talk about mental health and counseling and therapy on this podcast a little bit too much.
Does Tashi Poo work for Better Health?
Huh?
Tashi Poo works for Better Health?
No, she works through Psychology Today.
Okay.
So that's like her main platform, Psychology Today. But I think, but I've heard BetterHelp is better than Psychology Today.
I might need one of her colleagues.
Yeah, I heard that BetterHelp is more of strictly online. Because I could go in and see her, or I can do a video session. So we do both. But BetterHelp is just like strictly online from the comfort of your home, making you more comfortable. So you may have to go to the doctor and go to the office and sit on somebody's couch and talk. I heard it's better. But yeah, so me and Tashi Poo talked yesterday. She be helping me out and she just be giving me what needs to be gave. And we just praise the Lord for that. Hallelujah. And yeah, so this week I was moving slow this week. This week seemed like a slow week. It seems real slow. Like sometimes like when we record, it feels like boom, like Thursday hit again. But this week, it felt slow. So yeah, but what helped me get me through was Tashi Poo, and I went to church 2 Sundays in a row, and I went to Bible study because I work during the days that I could go to church and Bible study. But I said, you know what, I have to get the Lord, because if not, somebody gonna get shanked.
Yes, we gotta give the Lord his time and his blessings, child.
Yeah, so I would say church got me through, because I've been wanting to go and get back in, but the white man calls when corporate America calls. But what's your younger getting it?
I'm kind of gonna bounce off what you said. I've been wanting to go to church. I haven't been to church in a while. I don't know like what's stopping me from going to church, but I really want to go to church. But I have changed a whole lot since the last time I've been to church consistently. So I think I've been to church like a few times this year. I think I went like once last month, but I don't know like what's stopping me from, because I think I done stepped into a new lifestyle of things, and I just think like, damn, I don't want to go to church and then like, because Christians and church people in general, they just real judgmental, and I hate a judgmental ass bitch, and I would hate to have to cuss out my granny friends at church. So
you would hate to put the motherboard in check.
Yes, I almost just name dropped a few, but I had to.
Not Mother Myrtle. Mother Myrtle, we talk about you.
But I don't know. I think I'm gonna, before the year's up, I'm gonna give the Lord his time. Now, don't get me wrong. Now, me personally, in my own time here at home or whatnot, or like when I'm out, I do talk to the Lord, talk to him in the morning, woo. But I think to me, there's nothing like not going to church.
Yeah, I can feel you on that one. I agree. Because I know a lot of people like, I don't need church to believe in God. And you know what? You have free will. This is her radio. We are hearing everyone and realizing differences, the R and the D, realizing differences. So if you say that you don't need to go to church, type of relationship with God, then so be it. But I know for me and my house and myself, I need to go to church in order to. It's like sometimes it's that get back on track.
Yeah.
It gets you back on track. So yeah, I don't know. It's just like this week has been like kind of powerful. I've learned a lot of things about myself this week. I learned a lot of triggers. I learned a lot of things. And yes, and my goodness, Kiera Shear be getting me through my song. I said my song of this season is Desire by Kiera Shear. I've always loved that song, but that song, I listen to that song about 3 times a day. And they know, but my other song we used to go to camp was Free by Kiera Shear. They know that used to be my song. They used to play Free, hands used to be lifted, eyes full of tears, stretched out at the altar.
Oh, child, on day motherfucking 4. Huh. The whole week just shit on day 4.
Song. Oh my God. That's when, okay, y'all. So we gotta get y'all next story. So me and Day used to go to this summer camp together called Kids Across America. Like if y'all knew, that's how we met. We went to Christian camp together since babies. And yeah, so day 4 was this day called Crosstalk. Day 4 was the day like they did like the reenactment of Jesus Christ when they put him up on the cross when he was crucified. They reenacted that day. And it was like a whole little come to Jesus moment. And then they would have you, if you want to be delivered or you want to accept Jesus Christ into your life, you go down to the front at not Vespers, at Crosstalk, you go down there. And yeah, and then I remember we used to have silent dinner. We used to have silent dinner. You used to be clear out there, you couldn't talk. And we would eat off paper plates and paper cups because we have no dishes. And we used to
pizza.
The pizza was nasty.
Very much so.
The salad was dry. And they used to have the lights dim, and we used to listen to worship music the whole time during dinner. You couldn't talk. You talked, you got in trouble. You was doing push-ups on the deck.
I know I talk.
Y'all know Day talk because he was just
y'all know me.
He's a force that couldn't be reckoned with.
Yes, one no shutting me up. But
and yeah, so on day 4, but they used to act like they used to do like a whole little skit, and y'all they used to just touch my little heart. And then they used to play Free by Kiera Shear. That's still my song to this day. Like that album by Kiera Shear. If you don't know the album, I think the album name, I'm about to tell y'all the album name. I don't know the album name. That album by her, that whole album, like I'm telling you, she did what needed to be done on that album. Like Indescribable, like she has the songs that she has Desire, Free, and Indescribable. When I tell you I put those songs, them 3 songs on back to back, and I just cry out to the Lord, and I say hallelujah. I do, because she just did what needed to be done. It's Free. The album name is Free, but that album by Kiera Shear, she needed to be done. She did what needed to be done on that album, and yeah. So yes, I miss those days.
Yes, we definitely look back.
Given we used to go to camp and give the kids.
If you could go back, what would your role be? Would you be a counselor?
If I could go back?
Yeah, would you be a counselor?
No, I won't be no counselor. You already know, we said this when we were like 7, we were going to be on L shift. We was going to do programs.
I was definitely going to be an OG. I was going to change history.
Yeah, now she's going to be an office girl. But no, it was funny because when I was supposed to go work the summer that COVID happened, because I was supposed to go work that summer, I was a photographer.
Okay.
Yep. Photographers still get to have their phones too. Because like if y'all so this let y'all know, when you go to camp, they take your phones. So you give your phones to the people that you come with, which are your Kaleos. They call your Kaleos. And you give your phone to them. And so we used to be sick because we didn't have our phones. We used to have so much fun though. Like, we really didn't care about the phones because like we had our little clique of friends. So once we all got together, we had the time of our lives. But
I'm not gonna lie, I never snuck my phone in the cabin, but I always snuck my phone on the bus because back here, our top Kaleo, like who ran everything and organized everything, she would be like, all right, child, before we get on the bus, y'all need to give y'all phones to y'all parents. I used to look at my Gmail like,
Hold on, wait.
You go about your day, baby.
So on that 20-some hour bus ride to camp, they didn't let y'all have your phones?
No, they did not.
Oh, they wanted y'all to bond.
Yes. And I think
Nope.
like 3 or 4 years before COVID happened, that's when I started, I'm a trendsetter. I brought my phone, child. The whole bus was using my phone to check social media. Like, I was like,
Was you charging people?
You business
You got some
what?
money? That's crazy. We was allowed to have our phones, our gadgets, our tablets, and they would take it like an hour out from camp.
Mm.
So when we got an hour out from camp, or about like 30 minutes away, I would say about an hour out. Then that's like, all right, time to wrap up the phones, headphones, they used to get us together, and yeah. But
with us.
I don't know. I was thinking about going back and working this summer.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking about camp don't pay no money.
Damn.
And my contract from 2 summers ago, I can't tell y'all my contract because then that's contractual obligations that I still am in. I can't tell y'all the business because then they can come sue me if they want. They come get them some coins. But it was no money.
Mm.
It was no money. But granted, you don't spend money. So the way camps work, so you weren't spending money every day. Like you had this thing called a 2-4. So you work camp was 6 days a week. You would go for 6 days. So you would go from Sunday afternoon to Saturday morning. So that's Saturday from like 12 to Sunday to 12, which is called your 24 hours, your 2-4. That's like your break. So that's when the counselors, the kids go home, they go back to their residence. But the counselors, they would get their phones back. And then what they would do is go into the nearest city and get a hotel room, spend the night. They would go shopping, go to the mall, have fun, like, go out to eat, just do regular things. And then, but that was like the only time you were basically spending money was on your 2-4. But I was like, this, because they would go to the mall. A lot of times what they would do is, because the city is small, they would go to the mall, they'd go out to eat, they'll go-kart racing, or they go to like I forgot the name of the place they took us when I was at HG. It's like a little indoor activity area. They would get a room and then go to sleep. Now,
some girls used to get hotel rooms, just go take a nice shower in a room
and sleep in a good bed. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. And then I also heard from our homegirl that some counselors was living double lives. They was portraying
to a bunch of eights.
They were portraying to be somebody while we were campers, but once that 2-4 hit, they were girl.
When I went to HG, because when you go to HG, you have to stay over on the 2-4.
Mm-hmm.
And I was basically hanging out with those counselors, and we would go out. I remember we went out to eat, and we was going out to eat, and we was at a restaurant. I think it was like at Chili's. So I don't. It was something like Chili's, and one of the counselors, she was at the bar getting her some drinks.
I would have been right.
I ain't judging. But it's just like, they was teaching us throughout the week, like, don't do X, Y, and Z. Then on 2-4, they was doing the same thing. And, a lot of them on 2-4, they was getting hotel rooms. Like, they was doing, like, boy and girl hotel rooms. Like, camp was like, no, girls have to stay with girls, boys have to stay with boys. Even on your 2-4. And if they find probable cause enough, they'll fire you and send you back home. And one thing, y'all, about camp, you do not want to get fired at Kids Across America.
And they do not play about that purity line. That is not a joke.
You do not want to get fired because it's in the middle of nowhere. The airport is 3 hours away. So if you get fired, you can't call an Uber to Uber you to the airport unless you have a car. Yeah, unless you have a car, unless you drove to camp and you was a counselor. A lot of counselors flew down there, and they will have a shuttle. They would tell all the kids to come fly in. Like they would tell all the counselors, fly in on this day from this period of time, and we'll have shuttles come take y'all to camp, because camp was 3 hours away from the nearest airport. So if you get fired throughout the week because you did some fraudulent activity, you have nowhere to go. You didn't have you couldn't call no Uber. You
And
probably have
out pronto.
They want you out. They want you to pack your stuff and go. You can't sit on a. You can't, like I said, you can't be on. Can't call an Uber. You probably can call a cab. You can most likely call a cab, but that's gonna run you some money.
3 hours from the airport.
3 hours to the airport. Yeah.
And then you need to book a flight, and you don't even know when the next flight is
going out. And the airport, let me tell y'all, it's not a major city. Like it's not like a Detroit, Atlanta, Houston, New York. Like those flights are coming in and out daily. No, they have like certain flights. I remember when I flew back home, they only had 2 flights going back home. For that whole, they had 2 flights a day coming back to Detroit. My mom was like, "You better not miss that flight." Who want to be sleeping in Branson Airport? That airport is small. It is small and it stinks like mildew. But yeah, so we wanted to talk about this. We sing this, and a lot of y'all cousins is on the Meta because it ain't Facebook no more. Meta muter. Y'all on the internet, Facebook, the book, as y'all granny call it, and y'all are arguing whether or not is it gay for a little boy to have a kitchen set. And how do you feel about it?
I just think once again, people are out their rabbit ass minds. People are dumb as fuck. I don't think these people ever heard of culinary school. I didn't know culinary school had a gender on it. I don't think Gordon Ramsay is gay.
I've never heard Gordon Ramsay getting his back blown out, but go ahead.
Who else is a male chef? Now, what's going on about Chef D Santana Boo, but that might prove their story right.
That may make their narrative true. So let's not use that one. But
it's just a fucking kitchen set. Like, even if it was a doll, I still think that boys could, play with dolls. It's just like, what the fuck? It's a toy. That's people's problem. They always want kids to grow up faster than what they need to be. And a toy is a fucking toy to a kid. They're not thinking about, oh, if I play with this, I'm gay. But if they are thinking about that, that's because you as a parent or you, whoever's around them, they done heard that, because kids listen. Even when you tell they ass this grown people talking, they might not be in your sight, but trust they're listening, because I was one of them motherfuckers.
Me too.
I will creep by the steps, cups on the floor, the walls. I'm going to get the tea because, child, one thing about me, I'm going to spill it, but that's neither here nor there.
Hello.
I just think that people need to stop trying to make these kids grow up just with a lot of shit. Let kids be kids, because you grow up too fast. There's shit you're not ready for. There's shit I wasn't ready for that was thrown on me, and it fucked me up. And I'm still fucked up to this day, but you know what? I'm getting through the shit. Stop letting these kids grow up fast. Let them be a fucking kid, because when they get to this point, my age, Kai's age, life hits you, and that bitch smack hard as fuck. And she's not going to stop. She's not going to stop. So I just think, let these kids be kids. And you motherfucking heterosexual males, you bitches, you dick in the booty bitches. You know what? I hate you motherfuckers. You motherfuckers are the reason why I'm the girl who I am today, bitch. Because you want to know why? You want your motherfucking son, Ricky and John and them, to run on the motherfucking field. John don't want to run on the field. He want to go in the house and cook. Let that motherfucker go cook. Do you not know chefs make bank catering, bitch? You think I'm gonna come to your motherfucking house?
You said John wanna
For real. John don't want to be outside. He don't want to shoot no hoops. But John want to learn grandma's recipe because that old hoe finna go. So he want to learn how to make that macaroni.
We said what we said a couple episodes ago. We said we ain't got no matriarchs in our generation. All y'all hoes know how to do is drink Hennessy and make Alfredo. We're not gonna sustain Alfredo for the rest of our lives.
I'm not front. ain't gonna motherfucking help me on Thanksgiving, ho. Granny is 3 seconds away from the croaking stage, bitch. John the only motherfucker that's one that's saving us. But John daddy wanna make him go play football.
Oh, I'm weak.
I'm being so serious.
Not Granny's 5 minutes from checking out.
I'm not trying to be funny, y'all. I'm being dead ass serious. Stop trying to put gender on shit. Like, and then I saw the picture of the little boy in the kitchen set. The kitchen set was gray and black. I mean, even if it was pink or whatever, it's still, they always want to just
stainless steel appliances.
Not. Everything's not gay and everything's not straight. Okay, everything's not fucking gay. If everything's gay to you,
you gay.
Yeah, for sure.
Be who you are
for your pride, bitch.
Don't lie.
Y'all, let me motherfucking. Y'all lucky I don't got no Hennessy right now because I'll be one of the Hennessy drinking bitch. Okay, so what you think of water?
Well, water. I'm drinking water.
Why you say it like that? It's water.
Water.
Who? Water?
Water.
I don't know, child. What you think about it?
I do agree with you that my thing is like when you try to make something gay, it's like you're gay. Like this little boy, and I also want to say this. If you ever worked in like fast food or even like at a restaurant, there's literally no women in the kitchen for real. Like everybody, even when you go to Applebee's, like whenever you go out to eat, all the chefs are men. Like they usually have men in the kitchen. They usually have women are your waiters, the ones that's punching in the orders, hostesses. Like there's very few bartenders. There's very few women that are in the kitchen. So
and that's not saying like they can't be in the kitchen.
Yeah, they're just not. And it's a male dominated field, like every other field. The culinary field is a male dominated field. So y'all sitting up here trying to make it gay for a little boy to have a kitchen set when half of y'all niggas worked at McDonald's and y'all was frying fries. And y'all, and I seen one dude, he talked about some he posted on Instagram on his story. He was like, "Yeah, that's gay, no cap." That was the same nigga I was bossing around when I was working at Popeyes to do a 20 spicy drop. Like, you think about this gay for a nigga to have a kitchen set. Now you needed a kitchen set little because you wasn't doing my drops right when I was working at Popeyes. When I was telling y'all what to do, when I was saying y'all, I need some sides made, I need biscuits trayed up, I need chicken dropped, fries dropped. Y'all was not doing what needed to be done. But yeah, and then like a lot of times, a lot of jobs, like when I worked at Popeyes, they didn't even like women in, like they wanted men in the kitchen. They literally wanted men in the kitchen. Like the girls was order takers, packers, and cashiers. Like them that they did not like the girls in the kitchen. Like, and I would say
slowing their ass down.
Yeah, and like even at my other job that I worked at was Chipotle, that we did have women in the kitchen. We did have girl grills. But before it was a lot of men. It was men that was working on the grill. Like, so y'all just sound dumb sometimes when y'all talk. And it just shows how ignorant y'all are. Yeah. And y'all need to realize, and y'all really need to sit back and think and oil scout and figure out why do y'all think everything is gay.
Yes, please. Like, why does me motherfucking the next thing they gonna say gay is motherfucking gardener, a male gardener. Now, can't say that might be racist, but
I knew what she was gonna say because I was about to say it, but I didn't say it because I was like, that does not sound politically correct. And let me not say that.
Right. I'm not gonna say that, but y'all know what the fuck I'm about to say. Now that's gay too.
And it's like, I'm trying to figure out what else they said that was gay. Like they try to say like little boys with long hair is like gay. Mm-hmm. And it's like, this is literally hair that's growing out your scalp. What are you talking about? Are you just mad because
not? I have like when I was younger, I was Lil John. They wanted me to play football and shit. I tried it out, but a bitch like me wasn't finna keep getting hit. Okay, bitch, you hit me, I want to fight. So one time, I think my mama ex-husband, right? I think I was asleep on the couch as a kid, stressful at school, elementary tease. And it was time to go to practice, but I was sleeping. He was like, let's go. I said, no, I'm asleep. And he was like, well, if you don't go now, you're quitting. Bye. Bye. The fuck? I didn't want to play anyways. So my neighbor, she was a cheerleader on the team. So one day I went with her, my little fast tail still. And then the coach was like, you should cheer with us. And all I was thinking in the back of my head, like, child, you tell my guardian that you want me to cheer, bitch.
It's gonna be some hell,
listen. And now it's so crazy.
That's another one.
I'm a cheerleader. Now I am a cheerleader. And it's just crazy because I'm not gonna say I'm bad, but I could be much better than what I am now if
you started
earlier. Yes.
If your parents
so that people don't understand that the history behind cheerleading, that cheerleading started from males. Yeah. And if you see the male cheerleaders, they don't do some moves that the female cheerleaders do. Now, granted, me, bitch, I'm shaking my little cootie, honey. But that's nor here nor there. The male cheerleaders, they lift the girls up. Yeah. So I just don't understand why you people don't let your sons use those backhand springs, athleticness, strongness, lift these bitches up and perform. It's just a lot of misconceptions, and it's mostly in the Black community.
Mm-hmm.
It's mostly in the
policing, but and then it then goes back to like growing up Black. You kind of grow up kind of fast. You grow up of more of like you have to be kind of grown. So it's like, can we be kids? Because when we get in this real world, we already got 2 strikes against us. You're a Black man, or you got 2 strikes against you. You're a Black woman. Like we already have these strikes against us. So it's like, let us please. That's why I'm like, if I ever decide to have children, I'm going to at least let them be kids. Because I feel like a lot of times, like, no shade to like my parents or anything, I didn't feel like I had a chance to be a kid. Mm-hmm. But I think another thing is too, like, my parents seen how, like, not like a mature I was. So it was kind of more like, he don't need to be no kid. He came out the womb acting like a 65-year-old. But it's just like, can I just be a kid, please, sometimes? And a lot of times I feel like that growing up. Like, dang, I don't feel like a kid. Like, I feel grown sometimes. So let our kids be kids, please. Which this brings us to our next question. So it was this commercial, I think it was this German commercial where Santa Claus had him a little nigga. Santa Claus had a little DL Trey. Mm-hmm. And in the commercial, they didn't speak English. So they basically the man was in the living room and he was on his little iPad. And Santa Claus came in. Now Santa Claus, and he was a little frail. He looked like Santa Claus like he was on that shit. He was real skinny. Santa Claus was giving us malnourished. And so the man was like, "What are you doing here?" And Santa Claus was like, "Je vais vivre la croix ne va les vivre." They wasn't talking in English, so he was basically telling him, he was like, "I hired more help this year so I can spend more time with you." And he said, "Because I love you that much," or something like that along the lines. Then they stopped talking, and then man came forward, and then Santa Claus, they kind of got real close, and the music started. And then they kissed, and the people was going crazy, like Super Scent, the gutter snipe, the one that has a different man around her children every month. She said, Lewis, ex. She was like, "Yeah, no," and I'm like, "Girl, you the same when you have a different man around your kids every month. Yeah, no to that. Like you,
for sure."
But I don't know. Like, I still don't know how to feel about Santa Claus having him a little side nigga or Santa Claus. You will go ahead.
Now, I kind of have to agree with the super scent here. Not everything what she said, but lately, and then I literally just saw the new like added pieces to the LGBT, and it said LGBTQ2 plus. I don't know what the two means. The plus, don't know what that means either. But on the other hand, back to what I was saying earlier, how we trying to, everything's not gay, but I also think that the gay community now is trying to make everything gay.
I could agree with yes and no. I kind of agree with that.
Like I think one of the superheroes,
Superman, like they made Superman, he was bisexual. Santa Claus is now gay. I don't agree with that because of my thing is like, let's just make new characters and make them gay. How about that?
Yeah, and that's what she was saying, and that's the part I agree with what she was saying in her tweet that she made. She was just saying, instead of let's changing things, let's make something new.
Yeah, I would say that. Like, let's make some new characters, some new shows, some new stuff, and make them gay, make them bisexual, make them lesbian, questioning, like all of that. Like, let's make them that. Like, we don't have to try. It sometimes it comes off as performative. Like, we're doing this to make you happy. We're doing this to make the girls are you pleased? Like, that's what it's giving sometimes. So it gives performative sometimes. So I can understand like where that's coming from, because it's just like we ain't got to make everything gay now. Like, but the thing about it, everything that we had growing up is straight. So that is some other people's arguments, like playing devil advocate. Like they be like, well, growing up, we seen straight people kissing the mom and dad on a cartoon show. What's wrong with the mom and dad, or whatever? And I do agree with that. But I think my thing is like, let's just leave all the old stuff alone, leave it be, and let's make some new stuff and something that we can call our own, basically.
Because I think one of the characters on Sesame Street is gay now too.
Yeah,
I think they're gay or lesbian.
But I think what Sesame Street to do, what they're doing is they're trying to make inclusivity, because they have a character on there. She's actually autistic, and another character they have on there, I think the girl's dad is like a drug addict. I feel like I'm saying this wrong, but I know the one girl is autistic.
That was the first new character, the autistic.
Yeah, so I think with Sesame Street, they're trying to do inclusivity, but they're not like making Elmo gay. They're not making Big Bird gay. They're not making the Grouch gay. They're having like new little ragamuffins, I don't know what they call it, like the little people, and they're adding them in and like, putting their spin on it. But I feel like Martin Luther King said, what advantage is there to being integrated into a burning house? Like that's on like racism. Like, why do we want to be integrated into a burning house? Same thing, I could apply that to this. Like, why do we want to like mess with the old things? Like, let's leave the old stuff alone, like I said, and let's create something new, and that's it. So but Santa Claus, I know that's right. Santa Claus got him a little DL trade, and he gonna stick beside him. This is your man. Go ahead.
I just think, like you said, we need to make new characters for people, but this also goes back to what I was saying in the last topic about the straight people. We need to let these kids be kids, because even though when we were younger and we were kids, we really never, I know I really never had nobody in my ear telling me I had to be straight, but that was just what I was around. So it was kind of like me, I knew I was different and I knew what the norm was, but I never had nobody in my ear telling me like, oh, well, you need to do this, you need to do that, until I got older and started going into a different path or whatnot. But I just think us as everybody, straight people, gay people, black people, white people, racism, everything, we need to let kids be kids and stop trying to move them up to the next level yet because they're not ready. They need to
Yeah.
really go through the process of being a kid, then a preteen, teenager, and young adult. Let's stop trying to make
Yeah.
our kids grown older than what they need to be. Because, like I said, it
Mhm.
fucks them up in the long run.
Yeah, because then it's more of, I notice a lot of things. I've noticed, like I was talking to my therapist about how growing up, um, brain fart. I'm sorry. I was telling my therapist about growing up about how my my stepmom would say like very scathing comments to me, and I would defend myself because like, who are you talking to? But like we said last episode, like there was a way that you had to defend yourself because of you being a kid. But I
Mhm.
was always met with the response of, "Well, she's an adult," and like that's a trigger for me. Like, and I noticed that growing up, like that's a trigger. So when we are forcing kids to grow up very early, they have this is when the childhood trauma occurs
Mhm.
because you are forcing them to basically move faster than what they need to. And that's when those unresolved issues jump right back into your adulthood. I'm telling you, childhood trauma literally rolls over into your adulthood. It'll basically be a hindrance in your life if you let it for the duration of your life until you handle it.
Mhm.
So, like I do agree with that. Like, leave the kids be kids so they won't be so screwed up in the future. Amen.
Because what I that was like the same thing with you when I was younger. Like I had to grow up faster too. Not only that, because on one side of my family, I was the oldest. On my mom's side, I'm the
Mm-hmm.
oldest child. So when she was at work or gone or woody woo, I was the mama or daddy or whatever. I was, feeding, bathing, put in bed, make sure stuff was straight before she came back in or whatever. So when I went to school, I used to always get in trouble because my teachers, all my teachers would tell my mom, like parent conferences, that he's a great kid, but it's just his mouth. He likes to talk back. But I had to defend myself as an adult. I portrayed myself as an adult because child at home, that's what I was given. The kids were listening to me. And now I have to come here and listen to you. It really wasn't mashing up. And they
Yeah.
couldn't really handle the girl because they like, damn, this little bitch, she actually know what she's talking about. But at the same time, like you said, it was, well, that's an adult. You have to respect adults. And like that's a trigger for you. I hate that still to this day. I don't give a fuck if you're 36, 86, 26, bitch. Don't disrespect me, and I'm not going to disrespect you. And my
Come
best
on.
friends say this all the time. It's not what you say, it's how you say it. I don't give a fuck if I was 8. Don't motherfucking talk to me like I'm stupid, like I'm your kid, or like I'm just so incapable of understanding what you're talking about, bitch.
Yeah. Water. What he said. Don't play. Cause bro, I'll have to cuss you out. And I will hate to get into your ass, buddy.
Mhm.
Rawr.
Yo,
But yeah, it's just leave the kids alone. Like just leave them alone. Like why y'all be messing with the kids?
yes. Let the babies
Why
be babies.
let the children let the children be children. Oh, okay. So I wanted to. We was gonna wait to bring this up, but I just want to give y'all a piece of advice. So I was watching Portia Family Matters on Bravo last Sunday, and Portia. Oh, it's like we
Miss PW, honey.
Portia Williams. It's like I don't. So, because here was like a couple things that stood out to me. One was stood out to me was like obviously the fact that you are dating a man, you are engaged to a man who is still legally married, even though he is not like mentally and emotionally and physically like with his wife. He is still legally by the state of Georgia married to his wife. I don't know, not now, but when they were filming the show, he was still legally married to his wife. Um, Portia, I just don't get it. Like, and then, is it the money? Like, but then my thing is like you had your own money. Like you were working with Dish, you was doing the Bravo chat rooms, you was on RHOA. What else was she doing? She was doing something else. Portia had money. She was. I think
Isn't
she
she
had.
like an artist or something of some sort?
I don't know about that, but I know she has her own hairline. She has her own boutique.
I thought she had a
So
song or two.
she probably do. She probably do got a song or two. But it's just like, I don't get it. Like, is it the money? Like, are you? But she did quit her job. She did quit. Or she quit too. Dish Nation and RHOA. So she probably still has the boutique, and she did write a book though. She did write a book. So I don't know. It's just, and then the second thing that like kind of stuck out to me was that the fact like they were on a date. So on the show, she says that for her birthday party, her 40th birthday party, was like this was like their first time popping out in Atlanta together. Like this was like first time like being in the public, seeing with each other for her birthday. So it was like on the show, it was a lot of firsts. So like she's on a date with him, and they talking about like family situations. I'm like, y'all should have been had this conversation. And turns out that his granddaddy had 25 wives and his daddy had 2 wives. And she told him like, well, I'm American and it's gonna be one wife and one husband. I'm like, so you think, but
Right.
it's just like I don't know. My piece of advice to y'all out there listening and watching: learn from this. And as much as you may like a man or a woman or anybody, there's a way to be fast and slow, I would say. Like medium speed. Like don't I notice a lot, and that you can attest to this. Like a lot of people they get married very fast and they get in relationships really fast, especially church kids.
Mm-hmm.
Like they be married. They leave graduation and they go down to the courthouse and get married. I seen it.
I'm supposed to be married at 2019. I'm 19, 20.
I'm telling you, they walk off, they get their diploma, they walk off the stage, and then they go down to the courthouse and get married. I would just say, like, take it slow. Now, some niggas be taking it too slow. You don't want to be one of niggas too slow, but don't be so like wide open, eyes wide open for these men and these women because you think they have something that you like. So I don't know, like Portia. I don't know. I'm like Portia. What is going on? I'm just, and y'all know these niggas be dumb.
Yes, they do.
These niggas be dumb. They don't be smart, or they think they be smart, but really they be dumb, and they show how dumb they are by pulling their pants down and showing their butt. And it's just like, and it's just like the way he ended it with his last wife. Like one thing I noticed about men, it's like they never really like break up with you or like basically like cut the conversation or cut it off. They usually just act funny or they act weird and then they just like ghost you and leave you alone. I noticed that. Like I've never had anyone grant me the courtesy of saying like, "Hey, I'm not interested in this. I'm not interested in you. Let's leave this alone." It's always been like you want to act funny until I'm just tired of it and I just leave you alone. But then that gives them the opportunity to basically jump back in your life when they're ready to come back because you left them alone.
Mm-hmm.
And like that sounds like the way he ended it with his ex-wife, like he just blasted it on the internet about her cheating on him. And then a month later, he popped out with Portia. So
Like, what is that about?
That's her little Nigerian man, her little old man. You can relate to Portia. He old, Mr.
He old as fuck.
No, I'm talking about Mr. Cuz.
Oh, girl. No, he is not. You know what? Until I see an ID from CBD Bay,
I told you how old CBD Bay is, so
I don't believe it now. Since my man is just so old, I don't believe it.
your man left you for dead. Not sure but my thing was, well, Mr. Cuff didn't look 30. Oh,
girl.
wait.
Okay, child. Did we tell the people how old I was? Well, my homegirls know how old. Oh shit.
Well, you're above the age. You're above the age, so you're fine. You're above the legal consent age, so you're fine.
My father listens to
This is a joke. This is comedic relief.
this. This is scripted. This is love and
This
hip
is
hop.
scripted. This is Mona, come out. Come on out, Mona. Mona, show yourself. Show yourself, Mona. Mona, show yourself.
Well, like you said, my ID says I'm legal, so.
You know, I tell people this all the time. I be telling y'all this. You need to at least date one daddy in your life. Not more. You counting them? Don't count them. I said one, just one. You do need to date like older. Have I?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I told you. He was 31.
Oh yeah, because I said I still had you beat. Don't say that age now. Let's not.
Yeah, we ain't gonna say that one. But yeah, he was 31. He was nice. He was an investment banker. He had money. He had a gold American Express card. So on our dates, he used to pull that thing out. He say clank, 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 clank on the table. But yeah, but he had a lot of issues, but that I could not fix. But no, yeah, you do need to just at least one, and because they'll teach you some things. They'll teach you a lot of things. The reason why I don't like to date men that's like more than 4 years older than me, because then they get into like daddy mode and they be trying to, when they talk to you, it sounds like somebody's daddy. Like you sound like, who dad are you? Like,
but see, I had that problem with people closer to my age, like 4 to 5 years older than me. I had that problem with them. And then the problem with people who are my age, can't stand them niggas. Them niggas act like kids to me.
But no, it's just like, it just gives daddy, like gives daddy to me. It's just giving like dad, you trying to sit up here and tell somebody what to do. It's just, I remember one time he was talking to me about something. I said, "Oh, he's like my dad." He's like, "Well, your dad must be a wise man." It's like, oh
yeah, that would have been like, turn off.
But no, yeah, you have to. Okay, you have to at least date one daddy in your life. And he gonna teach you some things. A lot of times, them being around that big age, they kind of got like the bull crap out their system. And I've noticed, like, yeah, like when Mr. 31-year-old, when I was dating him, he was very honest. And I do not like liars. I don't like people that sugarcoat stuff or like blatantly lie or like sugarcoat lies. Like, you tell me half the truth. But he was just like very honest and like he was very like straightforward. And he just told the truth, which I really did appreciate about him. But yeah, so But he was very honest. And a lot of times, like I said, they got the bull crap out their system. They be a lot honest. They know what they be talking about most of the time. I did not have sex with that man. But
Okay, now let me say this. Me and Mr. Cup have not. Just want to put that out there.
boom, boom, you haven't boom, boom, you haven't boinged. But a lot of times, like they be knowing what they be doing now. Like he was telling me about something. I was like, oh, I've never heard of that before. They be knowing what they be doing.
I don't play any games.
I have not. I'm glad I didn't experience it because then I probably would have been somewhere around here slashing tires, like the last one. Yeah, but they know what they be talking about. They've been around this earth a couple of times. And
I want to know when recording in progress is over.
What you want to know?
What he told you?
What did he? What did he tell me? He told me.
Oh, we're gonna say it on Beyonce's internet.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to make it sound cute.
Okay, y'all get a little.
Y'all get a little sneak peek. He told me that he could make. He.
Oh, Beyonce get a little stage nervous, stage fright. Oh my God.
I can't. I'm trying to see. I can't. So he told me that he could make me release without no hands. If you use your imagination, what that mean? He could make you the volcano could erupt with no hands. He could. It was a certain way he knew how to have the motion in the ocean to do that, and you could release with no hands. He told me he was going to do that to me. Like I said, they be know what they be talking about. He
asked Mr. Cup. Let me call him.
You know how to do that. Do you know how to do that? My friend said, y'all old niggas, y'all geriatric niggas know what y'all be doing.
Let me ask him to see what he know a few tricks in the playground.
They probably did. He probably do. If he been around this earth a couple times, they probably know what they be doing. They know how to go on dates. They know how to plan dates. Like I said, I only dated one dude that's like way older than me. He was 11 years older than me. Well, actually 12 because I was 18 when I dated him. Which I forgot. Like the days we went on were like thoughtful. They were very planned out. He knew what he was doing. Like basically, like these old men know what they be doing. But also too, I noticed that some of these like younger dudes too, like in their 20s, they know what they be doing too. They choose when to like let you know when they know, but they know what they be doing. Now the older niggas, they just do it off bat because they just smooth cats.
Like I feel like them niggas, they be ready to like actually like get into serious shit. They want a serious relationship.
Older men.
Yes, so they want to start off with the bangers. They want to boom, 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 because they want boom, 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 boom. Your mic is going in and out.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I'm sorry for it. He didn't want a relationship. No, he did. The thing was, he was not monogamous. And the funny part about it is, me and my friend were kind of going through the same thing at the same time because she had asked me like, "What would you do?" And I was like, hell no, I ain't finna go man not monogamous." And like I was trying to get and I was really trying to think trying to help her out. And then like a couple of weeks later, it happened to me. But no, he was not monogamous, so that's why we cut that off because I want to be in a monogamous relationship. But no, he actually was looking for a relationship. He was. So I don't know. Well, you got it with Mr. Cuff. He want a relationship.
Yeah, but I don't want one right now.
But y'all in one.
To him. To him.
Stop playing with that old man. You better stop. These old men, I told you they be knowing what they be doing. These old, they ain't gonna show up to your job.
Oh, see there. Oh, work bay got to go out and handle that.
I can't save you. Your mammy can't save you. I can't save you.
I'm just kidding, y'all. Let's see. If this takes me to Christmas, then I might be in a relationship.
So y'all are dating, but not exclusively, basically?
No, he's dating, just not me.
I'm
not.
You confusing me.
He's dating me. I'm not dating him. Don't think about it too much now. Just let it like roll through your head.
You know I overthink.
Just let it like, you know.
What does he think? So what do he think y'all doing? Playing hopscotch?
No, he think, you know, I'm his little shawty. What's he paying said? But don't get me wrong now. I'm not out here doing nothing with nobody else. I don't play them games either now. What about me? Girl.
I'm telling you, that man gonna lick you up and down and do some tricks on you. You're gonna be running back for more. That old man gonna show you. You know, old niggas, they don't drink. Old niggas, they drink like old cognac, whiskey. Then they gonna pour him a glass of whiskey and get to work on you. You gonna be good.
You're probably gonna take a little more than whiskey now. A bitch like me, I can hold my liquor now.
We gonna get him some whiskey. He gonna have some Al Green playing.
I need to email motherfucking Hennessy so I can get a brand deal. Cause bitch, I done talked about them hoes a lot of times on here. Bitch.
No brand deal yet. Yet. Just yet. But yeah, these old men, they better be careful for you be married soon.
Child. I can't do that. He not in the NBA.
Wait, you better stop playing with that old man.
He is not Simon. Yes, I'm trying to be like PW where I'm quitting all my jobs for a nigga.
So you trying to do that?
Now
you trying to? We just had this conversation about Portia.
Now I'm talking shit because I need my own money. Because if a nigga say go, bitch, I need to find some work. I need to be me. But a bitch like me, I'm so slick. My name gonna be on the deed of the house, bitch. So who going there? I'll go to the living room, bitch.
I go to the basement.
The fuck. I go to the east wing, bitch. But other than that,
you said you ain't going Danny Leah me.
Now with my 2-month-old baby. Huh?
You said your what?
I said not with my 2-month-old baby.
Oh, 2-month-old baby. We ain't having no kids, so I don't even know why y'all sitting there having this discussion on me, little horrible baby. But let's get into this last segment of the show. Drum roll, please.
I always fuck up the drum.
It's about what?
I always fuck up the drum. I do that shit different every fucking week. All right, let's start over.
Oh, go ahead. 1, 2, 3. B.
You got your B. You got your B.
Can I get a U?
You, yeah, you, yeah, you.
Can I get an
M? Mm-hmm.
Dumb of the week.
Yeah,
Broke,
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 ugly, and
ugly, and
miserable.
miserable. Bum
Bum
of the
of the
week.
week. Broke, ugly, and
And
miserable.
miserable. So, y'all, this is a segment of our show where we display somebody who has had the characteristics of broke, ugly, and miserable. And do you have the bums from last week?
Yes, I do.
Who were our bums from last week? What are...
Wait, the last show was the show before Thanksgiving?
Yeah, the
What?
show on Thanksgiving. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I said. This week seems long.
Okay. My bum of the week was Miss Boosie Badass. Your bum of the week was the 3 gentlemen who killed Ahmaud Arbery, RP to him. And Nay's bum of the week was the idiot who crashed into her building.
So, the 3 gentlemen, I have sentenced them with a life in prison without parole. So they will not be getting out of bum jail. What about your bum? It's Lil Bussy. What's Lil Bussy? How he doing? How's she
I
doing?
don't know. Hopefully he can get out of jail before the holidays, but right now he's still in there.
Okay. It's okay.
We gotta call Nate to see if Crasher's still in jail.
I feel like Crasher will still be in jail. With parole though. Prison with parole. So who was your bum of the week this week?
My bum of the week is Mr. Stevie J.
Oh my God, I seen that because he basically was arguing with Faith, got into it, put her out, and then got on the internet and then apologized to her. Like, what's going on up in that house?
Yes, like my problem with you celebrities is 1 minute y'all want to put y'all business out there, next minute y'all want to come back look like some hypocrites and say, sorry, we was going through something. We go through that shit in y'all own house.
In private.
On Beyonce's motherfucking internet. I mean,
Yes.
because we gonna talk about it here on her radio. But don't come back looking like a motherfucker stupid because now you a bum of the week, bitch. Now you want a motherfucking docket hoe and your name finna get written down and you about to get sentenced, bitch.
Mm-hmm.
Because you want a motherfucking, you're a husband. That's what you husbands need to do. Before you motherfucking ask a woman to marry you, learn how to be a husband. Learn what a husband is first. A husband doesn't get on social media and motherfucking humiliate and embarrass his wife.
Yeah.
You are the man. You are the head of the household. How bitch made of you? What's that?
Ooh.
So Miss Stevie J, I sentence you to 50 years with maybe parole if I'm feeling good on a good day.
Okay. Well, all right. Well, my bum of the week is CBD Bay. We got into it, and yeah, so I'm gonna just sentence him to community service.
Okay.
We gonna see community service. CBD Bay, you have community service.
Ooh.
CBD. Why I call him CBD?
I don't know why you call them CBD too.
CBD is the weed oil, child. I meant to say CD, babe, not CBD, but it's fine.
Yeah, we weren't saying it the whole show.
We've been saying CBD like the oil, child.
Yes.
But, yeah.
I mean, it can kind of go with it. If you think of when she cuts us off, I'm gonna tell you how it can go with it.
Yeah. I'm gonna let you explain it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, y'all, until next week, that's Karen.
And I am that boy Day.
And I holla.
I holla.